Hey guys, welcome back to the Kane audio vlog series. It's going to be a pretty quick and easy one today, so I'll try and keep it short and sweet. Before I do that though, just want to say thanks to everyone who's liked, commented, subscribed, whatever. Only launched the channel 10 days ago and just hit 100 subscribers, so I'm pretty chuffed with that. Yeah, obviously the more people that get involved with this and the more you guys comment and let me know your thoughts, obviously the hopefully the better I can make this series. So today I'm going to be reversing the reverb. It's just kind of a little trick for sometimes you'll be writing a track and you're going to introduce a big new sound of some sort. In this track I've got going on here, I've got a big kind of analog brass type sound, and you know, I've kind of done a little trick where I just drop the kick drums for one bar before it comes in, which is fine, but I think one of the things you've got to remember when you're writing music is you know your track inside out, you know what's coming up, but for someone who's listening to it for the first time, they don't know what's about to happen. So sometimes you kind of need to drop them a bit of a clue to let them know something's about to come in. One of those tricks is, like I said, you know, just let go of the drums for one bar before it comes back in and brings and introduces something new in there. But with this lead sound, it's really loud, really nasty. Let me give you a preview of what it sounds like. So yeah, you can already hear that first note just comes in so hard. I kind of felt like I needed more of a lead into that. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to bounce that down to a new audio channel, stick a stack of reverb on it, reverse the reverb, chop off the end and bring it back in. You'll see what I do now, and then I'll probably pitch correct it as well. So let's have a look. So this is the synth leads. I'll just solo that so you know what I'm listening to. So it's just that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce it down to a new audio channel. But what I'm going to do first is just take it right back to the first note. You'll have to bear with the screen being a bit glitchy every now and then. I think it's this capture software I use. So sometimes my tracks come out a bit crap on the YouTube video, and that you're not necessarily hearing what I'm hearing all the time. Anyway, so yeah, so I've dropped it back to just that first note. Let's just deactivate that and double check. Fine. So you can hear there's a bit of reverb on it anyway. But what I'm going to do now is dial up the mix to, well, I don't know, over 50%, so it's mostly reverb. And I'll also send the decay time to, 6 seconds will probably do it. And now let's have a listen. Yeah, that's properly caught the sizzle in that. So what I'm then going to do is I've set up a new audio channel here. Called Audio 6. So I'm going to flip across to the mixer, got Audio 6 here, set the input to synth leads, which is the channel before it, record arm it, and now hopefully that should be it. So we'll start there and we just need to record it in. Oh, I've muted that channel, sorry. Solo it, and let's go back a bit and record. And that should probably do it. So what I've done now, I can drag this back out. So that's the original, and that's just left as it is. and then I'll just deactivate the reverb now because we want to check that it's actually alright. Let's trim this, just because I'm really fucking anal about stuff like that. And all I need to do is reverse it. I'll change the stretch mode to stretch HD so it's a bit cleaner, and then I will also hit the reverse button and now knock it back over here. And if I just solo these two to hear them together, and then maybe dial the volume up quite a bit because I want that to be quite loud. I like that. It's kind of weird actually, because it almost gets quieter at the end of that part. I think that's obviously where the note itself hits. So what I could do is trim that, but well, I'll show you what I was going to do anyway. But I actually quite like that. So I was just going to trim the end because that's where the note actually hits, and all you want is the reverb tail. So let's play that. Yeah, that's actually better. Yeah, I kind of liked that dip though. So the other thing then is I can pitch it down 12 semitones, and now we'll listen to that. So that's completely sort of changed it and made it more atmospheric. I'm not convinced I like it that low down, maybe -6. That's pretty dark. So we've knocked it down 6 semitones, and then if we play it all together you get a much nicer lead in then. Yeah, so obviously ignore the clicking I can hear on there, is obviously because I got the screen capture software on, and there's a stack more synths and stuff going on around in other places over there, so it doesn't quite sound as crisp and clean as it should, but you get the idea. Yeah, so it's just one of those little tricks that I think is it's worth doing when you've got a big new sound coming in. You know, don't forget the listener of your track might not know your work, they might not know this particular track, and if that's the case then they certainly don't know that that big synth sound is going to come flying in at any minute. So it's kind of cool to give the listener a bit of a clue that something's about to kick in, something's about to happen, and yeah, that's just a clever little way of doing that, because it's using the sound that you're about to introduce itself. It's usually worth dropping it down a few semitones or something so it's not quite the same note, but even if you leave it on the same note it's not a problem. Yeah, so there we go, cool little trick, hope you like. Cheers.